Great?
I just heard of him yesterday.
Okay, so come on. How do you feel about being here today? How do you feel about what we're about to do right now?
It's a little nerve-wracking.
It's nerve-wracking.
It's cool.
Okay, cool. Let me just bring you straight in here.
Hi. Much love. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for inviting me.
It's a blessing to have you. Yes, yes. Thank you for coming. Have a seat. Have a. Come on in, man. Hey. Oh, bro. Wherever you want to be, bro. Hey, good. Come on through. Come over. How you doing?
I did well. I'm cool.
Nicole, how'd you like the experience?
Oh my god, it's awesome! I knew it! There's so much more to the story.
Oh, so like,
There's always more.
Because, like, another thing I was noticing as well is, like, you were talking.
By the way, we are talking about this magical goodness right here. Bundles out. Bundle boys. This is 21 questions about the bundle. It's going down. 2017. You do know that you're the first person to ever do it. Like, you're the first person to get the bundle. Nobody's seen it.
What?
This is like an experiment.
Oh my gosh.
You're like the precursor to everybody else.
Well, you're really doing a great job at, like, making people think about the book to your music, because you're having people really focus on your lyrics and poetry of the story to really relate, to have the book come to life.
Fuck yeah.
So, like, when you said to watch the video, it really helped that song really come to life, to really understand what Medusa was doing and what your relationship was, an underlying relationship with Athena was.
Correct. You're tight for that. You're tight to even understand that.
Yeah, like, you're doing a really good job of, like, relating all three of them together.
Well, that speaks to the light that is within you.
Yeah.
And I celebrate you in your quest for knowledge, understanding, and appreciation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I celebrate you.
Like I said, it was really hard to come up with a bunch of questions, because when I was coming up with them, I didn't understand fully yet. But after the second time or third time going through it, these questions don't make sense now.
Yeah.
I got more.
Or the answers as, like, the time went on.
Oh, that's tight. Well,
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's like I was answering my own question.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually making you ask questions that are being answered as you continue to evaluate
As the
The
storyline
art form.
goes, yeah.
Wow.
Because
I did have a lot of questions, but as I went through it, I was like, wait, I'm already answering this.
That's crazy as shit.
Yeah.
I'm thankful.
In the book, what made you want to actually add some of the stories in here?
The stories are the extension. The stories are the extension of the music. So anybody can go to themagicalfamily.com and download this for free. But if you want the true experience, like the backstory and some hints of what might go down in the future and context to the actual project, you gotta look at the book.
Yeah, because when I was reading about what Athena was going to do to one of the... at first it didn't make sense with one of the photos, but I had to read the story again in order for the actual pages to make sense. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. You're making my noggin work.
Right, because there's a story there's a myth unfolding through me, and when I'm doing the digital art, like it's being born, and then a lot of the times the myth has to be written in like the books of like Lavaca and Lydium right now for those pictures to come together for somebody else.
Yeah.
Because it's more of a feeling for me.
Because with one of the intermissions for, like, the serving spirits to make sense, like, I had to really listen to it again. And one of the parts was Medusa.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the album.
Yeah.
You see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's got a parallel in the book.
Yeah, because I was looking here, and then I hear and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you hip. Now you know you're in the fold.
Yeah, okay, see,
You getting there.
There's two. Okay. You're making my brain work. Okay.
Hey, somebody got to stimulate it.
Yeah, because like it's at first it was kind of like hard to really understand like your point of like sexuality in the story, but
Yeah.
now as your lyrics are making a lot more sense to your book, it really reflects like the type
Word.
of like it's not just like a I want to fuck you type of sexuality. It's your
Word.
kind of energy sexuality that you're trying to present.
Sex tantra, baby. We gotta release this stigma off sex. Like, that's part of what I've dedicated my career to as well. Like, a lot of people get so caught up in how sexualized my shit is, and they can't even break through to understand that, like, I stand for something. You know, the stigma on sex is so hard. You know, a lot of people can't even see past that. But it's also a filter for me. If you can actually see past the sex stigma and, like, do your best to appreciate me, you'll see I got a lot of magic, and we all got a lot of magic. And sex is where that magic is shared. Sex is magic. Sex is not sport. You feel me?
Yeah.
People think sex is sport. Sex is not sport. Sex is a form of magic. Sex is where synergy is born and dreams can come to like reality with each other.
Like it's going on now.
It's going on now.
Yeah,
That's
Exactly.
exactly what's going on now.
Word. Well, like, you seen this? This is the physical copy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I listened to it this morning.
Oh, wow. Thanks, bro.
But Mamacita was a pretty good one.
People seem to like Mamacita. Mamacita seems to be that point in the album where people are like, yo, like, you really made all this? I'd be like, yeah, I made all this.
Yeah.
Was it easy for you to come up with like the 3 different like acts? Did you like see it as going on as like your like play of life?
I had to hold fast to what I felt was happening through me, and holding fast to that allowed me to craft those acts. Those acts happened through me. It's not like I was like, oh, I want to do 3 acts. It was like, no, the universe spoke to me. It was like, it's 3 acts in this story. The characters are going to do this. Medusa don't like this. You know, just, I felt the inspiration. I just allowed it to play itself out. What'd you think about those?
The parachute.
Sometimes we feel alone on the lonely road.
To me, it was like very beautiful because like when we actually saw it on your Instagram, when I was actually watching your video, the lyrics, like you're very soft with it, and not like a bad way. It's just like it was very pretty to actually watch you like move and like sing this song because I can see how much it actually meant to you.
Yeah, it means a lot to me. At the end of the 3rd act, those last 2 tracks are really suicide prevention efforts. They're definitely suicide prevention efforts, and totally directed at like that Medusa like personality we were talking about.
Yeah, because like when you were talking here, was it like Love Triangle? No, in a Missionary Love, I couldn't tell who you were actually talking to here.
Nice. So you couldn't tell who
Who
Any
you
Missionary Love was directed towards.
right? Because like in your other songs, you can really feel that you have love for both of them, but I couldn't tell in this one who you're actually talking to. Because again, in like when you were talking about Parachute and Matrimony, I can't tell if you're continuing to talk to Athena after that.
That's beautiful. That's excellent.